So we got Julie's Andalusian, used to be a stud, and we just kind of started teaching him how to move his hip off quietly, and he kind of likes to do everything with his hair on fire, and I like him to move his hip kind of quiet, good. And so we just got that started. We thought we'd turn the camera on because we're going to start to teach him to go left and right here, something he doesn't really understand. But when I was asking him to go to my right, he kind of has that need to do everything with his hair on fire. Now I should be able to get him to disengage his hip with just putting my eyes down there. I'm not pulling on his face. And I was just going to ask him to go to my left. Go to my left. I'll show you the rope. There we go. So I want him to understand. Go to my left, or I'll show you the rope. I want him to feel the pressure to go left. Go to my left, or I'll drive you away. There you go. There we go. That's all fine. Go to my left. Very good. That was a little less with his hair on fire that time. And go to my left. There you go. And go to my left. Pressure on the outside. There. And then hip, please. So if he goes to run off, I should be able to get his hip to leave me. But he thinks he's supposed to do everything with his hair on fire. So I'm going to say, here, go off to my left. There you go. And when he shows me any sign, any sign he's thinking about going off to my left, I just kind of get quiet. I want him to think his way through this. Go to my left. There you go. That was a little bit quieter for him. And he didn't have to do a circle around me just yet. But I'm going to ask for his hip with my eyes. I'm going to tell him how smart he is. Now he has a tendency to want to kind of lean on you, so when he does, I'm just going to don't lean on me so hard. He'll push right on you. So when I come in here to love on him, I just want to love on you. But if he starts to crowd on me, I'm going to get him off of me. So let's just step up. There you go. And now move your hip up for taking off on me like that. Step over here to my left. Thank you. Off to my left. Off to my left. Thank you. Move your hip. We'll just keep going back and now go to my right. My right. There you go. Now your hip. Thank you. So step off here to my right. My other right. Thank you. I'm trying not to pull on his face. If he wants to run to the end of the rope, that's kind of his business. Off to my right. There you go. Off to my right. There we go. Yep. So when he runs off, I'll just disengage him. There. A little more. There. Yeah, that's quiet. Now your hip. Your hip. Thank you. I'll ask him to go left. Off here to my left. Thank you. I'll ask for to the left, please. There we go. Out here to the left. There. And now your hip. There. So what I'm looking for is kind of a more of a quiet departure here. Off to my there. And now your hip. Very good. I want you to start thinking, not reacting. I want a response out of him. Here, go off to my right. Thank you. That wasn't bad. Off to my right. There. Now your hip is running off. Step to my there. And now your hip. Step to your right. And now your hip. Good. Step to my left. Nice. Very good. That's what we're looking out of him, is a response, not a reaction. Let him think on that for a moment. Can you step over here to my left? Nice. Good boy. See if you'll do it again. Off to my left, please. Very good. 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 Steady walks, I'm happy with. Keep going forward, please. And now you're good. Very good. Very good. Got a little distraction coming up. See if you'll step to my right quietly. Nice. Nice. And now you're hit. Very good boy. Good boy. Keep him quiet here. Step out to my right. Nice. Keep him moving forward. Now I'll ask for his hip. Very good. Good boy. So he's getting quieter in his response. Ask him to step left. Very good. Very good. So what you just saw here in real time was him learn how to disengage his hip and to go left and right in a little more controlled manner. I'll ask for his hip. Very good. I'll come up here and love on him. Why don't you guys take your horses and go tie him up so he's not distracted, if you don't mind. If you want to come watch, I don't care. But he's got this distraction going on. See if he wants to go to the right. Very nice. Right here, I'm going to reward him for that. Tell him how smart he is. Good boy. Now I want him to watch for and respond to the tiniest cues I can give him, right? So, let's see if you can think about looky there. Do you see what happened there, guys? Nice. And now you're hit. Good. Now move your hip. Move your hip. Go right without tearing off. Keeping the line fairly soft there. Move your hip. Go left. The other left. There you go. Without tugging on me too hard. I like it. Move your hip. Good. Good. There you go. You can just ask for his hip here. Good. Tell him how smart he is. Ask for this hip. There. Good boy. Good boy. I'll just ask him to go up to my left here. Nice. That excites me, guys. If I could give that tiny little cue, get that tiny little response. If he goes taking off on me, I'll just go through his hip. Ask him to go right. Right. There you go. If he wants to do these clean, soft circles, I'll give them to him. I'll just ask for his hip. Come in here and love on him. Yeah. Good boy. But I don't want him to lean on me. See, if he starts to lean in on me and drive his shoulder to me, I'm going to drive him off of me. I can't let him hurt me. Let him think here for a second. Nice. You imagine now, you've taught this horse how to go left and right with these tiny cues. When you're riding him, you say, can you go off to my right? And he does that for you. Woo! That's exciting, guys. Can you move your hip very quietly for me, please? Thank you. See what he... Can you go up to my left, just because I put my hand out here like this, then maybe escalated the cue a little bit if I had to? Can you move this hip away from me, please? Can you move this hip away from me? Thank you. The last thing we're going to teach you here is how to back up. So he might jump out of his skin here, but when I wiggle my fingers, I expect him to back up, or I'm going to tap on this rope, then I'm going to wiggle this rope. I'm not asking him to move off. I'm not asking you to move off. I'm not asking you to move off. He gets 3 strides to correct himself. This way too. There. I'm going to try not to pull on his face. I'm putting pressure to his hip. So I'm going to say, when I wave bye-bye, tap on this rope, and I wiggle this rope, I expect you to back up, or I'm going to pop you under the chin like that. If you leave me, I'm just going to go towards your hip. 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 Thank you. I want you to think about this, big fella. If I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, and I wiggle my rope, and you don't back up, I'm going to pop you. I like that he took a stride back. He's overreacting. Yeah, you're all right. I want you to think. If I wiggle my fingers, I didn't ask you to leave. If I wiggle my hip, you're okay. Let me think here for a second. If I wiggle my, I'm not asking you to leave, so he's going to get corrected through the hip, I'll just put my eyes to his hip and it should be enough. If I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, and I wiggle my rope, and you go there. I got backwards motion out of it. Your hip. Your hip. You're okay. If I wiggle my fingers, neither left nor right helps your situation. I want him thinking about that. So if I wiggle my fingers, and he didn't go as far that time, that's a good sign. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, and I wiggle my rope, there. I like that he went there, thought about stopping. Again, I'm not pulling on his face, he's running off to the end of the rope, and that is different. I want to look right down the middle of him so he sees what's happening. If I wiggle my fingers, oh. He decided not to leave, but to try something different. That's good. So if I wiggle my fingers, hip. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, that's good. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap, we prick it through the hip. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, and I wiggle my rope, if you'll back up, watch it. So, if I wiggle my fingers, stuck with me pretty good, don't leave. If I wiggle my fingers, move your hip, wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, move your hip. Well, I'm looking for a whole new answer. Tap, tap, tap. Good. That was his best one right there.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't leave, and he kind of drifted back. Wiggle. Good. Good boy. if I wiggle my, there. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my, there. You're not leaving. Good. Back yourself up. So if I, nice. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope and I wiggle, there you go. Make sure I'm square to him. If I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope and I wiggle, there you go. Aren't you getting smart? I'll bring you back out here. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope and I wiggle my rope and you just took a step back, I'll leave you alone. So if I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope and I wiggle my rope, if you took a step back, I'll get right in front of you. If I wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope, I like that he's moving backwards. He's not going fleeing sideways. I'll wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope and I'll wiggle my rope. Very good. Stay back here where you belong. Make sure I'm right in front of you. Wiggle my fingers. I'll wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope. Very good. Notice at no time have I jerked on this horse's face. Good. So wiggle my fingers and tap on my rope. Good boy. Here, go off to my right. Move your hip. Here, go off to my left. Here, move your hip. Here, back yourself up. Yeah. Right about there's where we're going to quit him, Julie.
Okay.
You caught on to that.